everyone. Happy Wednesday. And it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It means Growing with Group Hugs, or Grow with Group Hugs, is going live. Here every Wednesday to share how to become a better marketer and evolve with the times. We are talking about the best way and the easiest way to rank on Google and all other search engines today. And we're so excited. I'm so excited. My team is also really excited. This has been like an ongoing series because so much has changed in marketing and SEO. And so today I'm talking about the easiest way to rank on Google. I'm going to share some new updates to Google and the algorithm, and then including some highlights from a leaked document that shares a little bit more of the inner workings of Google and their algorithm updates, as well as how to rank on the new AI overview, or the new little blurb at the top. And then we're going to cover, I'm going to show you actually step by step. So part of today's live stream is going to be, part of today's video is going to be a tutorial on how to exactly rank a video across all search engines. All right, I'm excited, and yay, on Instagram I see people commenting, and you guys, my team is also monitoring comments both on YouTube, and if you're watching on LinkedIn, or if you are here with me on Instagram, I will be looking at the comments. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to comment, and then I will get to it. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Carrie. I am one of the co-founders of Grow with Group Hugs. I don't know why I just said that. Hold on, let me back it up. My name is Carrie. I'm one of the co-founders of GROUPHUGS. We are a YouTube marketing agency, and I've been in marketing for the last 10 years. I've led 3 different startups, and I've been running GROUPHUGS for the last 5 years. So much has changed in marketing in the last 10 years. And something that keeps coming up is this phrase that I want to unpack today, which is blogs are dead, which is not completely untrue. And that's why today we're talking about how you can use one of the most powerful ways to rank on Google, to rank on all other search engines, all in one step. Okay, my nose is itching. Sorry, guys. Okay. And of course, video is the answer. Video is one of the most powerful ways to rank on Google, to rank on YouTube, obviously, to rank on DuckDuckGo, and to rank on, like I said, all other search engines, including Bing, and then anything else that comes up. And we're going to talk about all of that today. But first, I want to share that I'm not just spewing something that I think is hypothetical. We've worked with over 20 different YouTube channels, and we've gotten YouTube videos on the front page of Google for all of our clients and all of our videos. And so everything that I'm sharing today are the exact steps that have been proven by our own experience and by the successes from our clients. And one of our clients that I'll actually show you today, we went from 0 views on Google search to over 20,000 views on Google search just in 1 month. Pulling in over 20,000 views on Google within 1 month. Not that we got that many in just 1 month of work. Because as you know, ranking and SEO does take time. And so that's why you're here right now, because you're going to learn how to do it. Okay, so let's first talk about why ranking is so hard today and all the changes that have happened, pretty much in the last 2 years. Well, can't have a live stream about marketing without mentioning AI. So with the come up of ChatGPT like a year and a half ago, it really pushed Google to change. ChatGPT is really popular, and a lot of people are searching questions that they would have searched into Google and ChatGPT, albeit it's a much smaller percentage. But also right now, there are more blogs than ever, more websites than ever. So ranking organically with a text-based website or a blog is harder than ever before. And not only that, but Google's algorithm has updated several times in the past year where they have filtered and demoted blogs that have a lot of junk, a lot of random ads, a lot of regurgitated content, a lot of spam, a lot of unrelated backlinks, because they're trying to clean up the internet. Because I'm sure we've all had the experience where looking something up, go into a blog, and it's absolutely junk and you just wasted your time. And so with the updates, they're controlling for that, which means it has been harder and harder to link, especially if you are a smaller blog. But there is hope. And I am going to share a little bit about how people are using Google now versus before, and just a little bit of a preview in a study that I'm going to cover a little bit later. They found that only 11% of people, when they Google something, that they actually scroll to the very bottom of page 1. So while the goal is to rank on page 1, only 11% of the people even make it down to the end. So that's why everything we're covering today is so important. Okay. All right. Now, I did preview this earlier, but why is video such a powerful way of ranking on Google and all other search engines? Well, one, it's the most AI-proof form of content. Yes, I know there's AI algorithms and AI platforms now that allow you to generate video, but it is so far from generating human videos with human insight. And it's not only just far, but the only thing that AI can't replicate is our real human experiences and our real human insight. And that's why video is so powerful. I'm here right now live streaming to you from my 10 years of marketing experience, and AI really just can't replicate that because it is all in here, right? And it's all in the practices and all the experience that I've gained over the last 10 years. And so AI can generate pretty much any text-based query. But again, to show up on the front page of Google, if you use video, it's going to be very future-proof. And when you Google things now, I'm actually going to show my other screen. Let me show this real quick. Oh, we're going to talk about this guy later. But we're gonna do an example of a YouTube video today on how to grow your podcast listeners. But when I Googled this earlier today, you can see at the very top, right, there's this AI overview, and it summarizes, everything that someone could put into a blog. And then you see that there are several links in here. So we are going to talk about how to get into one of these links, because something is really interesting. See how by typing this in, the links that are here are actually different than the links that are ranking organically on Google. So now, as a business or a brand, you have the opportunity to rank both organically here, right? And you have the opportunity to rank organically here. And you have the opportunity to rank organically in video. Because for a lot of queries, videos also show up on the first page of Google. Okay, and we're going to do some examples a little bit later. Okay. All right, let me turn that off. Okay, back to my notes. So now, here's the impact of AI, but also how are consumers actually reacting to video and AI? And, from what we've seen from Google, they, at first, when they were testing out this AI overview, they were putting this overview in for pretty much every single query. And over the last month, we've seen a pullback. So there's been several things that I've Googled where AI doesn't appear, but usually it does appear at the top. And so it's really taking up that precious real estate. It sometimes appears even before ads. And I saw a video that I actually made a duet with this morning from Neil Patel that I want to share, because it talks about how people are using video over text. And so if you already saw this video on my Instagram, great job. You're just going to watch it again.
Notice something? Videos have increased from 53% to 76%.
So people who are choosing video have really gone up compared to people who are, choosing text. And so I actually don't know if you can hear this. So team, maybe let me know. second. Let me share this again.
According to Erglo, people spend 2 hours and 25 minutes daily consuming videos. According to Inc., the average person spends 16 minutes a day reading. It shows that people prefer spending more time consuming videos over text. Now check out the changes Google has made to their search.
Oh wait, hold on. I am not sharing the right thing. My bad, y'all. You guys, thanks for bearing with me. Hold on, let me reshare this.
For SEO. Yes, some people prefer text over video, but check out these stats. According to Erglo, people spend 2 hours and 25 minutes daily consuming videos. According to Inc., the average person spends 16 minutes a day reading. It shows that people prefer spending more time consuming videos over text. Now check out the changes Google has made to their search engine results page from 2023 to 2024. Notice something? Videos have increased from 53% to 76%. That's a 43.39% increase. Even images have seen a rise as well. So does this mean that you shouldn't create text? Well, as people get older, they tend to consume more text and read more. And
okay. Wow. Okay, so I just paused that on a very interesting face, but basically, a lot more people are consuming video. More people on average, people are consuming 2 hours and like over 2 hours of video a day. And then on average, people are consuming like 16 minutes of text. And so video has, time and time again shown to be the king of content. And as we are progressing into the future, more and more people, more and more brands need to create video. And something else that has been really shocking is in another study that Neil Patel did, they analyzed over 12,000 sessions with over 1,000 people just to see how they were using Google. And I mentioned this earlier, but only 11% of the people actually scroll to the very bottom. And then from the exact same sessions, 58% of the people clicked on an organic listing. So that's, the stuff below the fold of AI. 8% of people clicked on a paid result, so one of the sponsored posts. And 34% of the people didn't click anything at all. And what's really interesting is when they looked at the search results and for video specifically, when a search result had a video above the fold, 61% of the time people clicked on the video. So this is further proof that more and more people are choosing to consume video over text. I mean, think about your own behavior. If you could learn something from a video, would you prefer that or just reading something on text? Okay, and then something else for all my local businesses out there. This is really important, so listen up. For local queries, the maps result got 52% of the clicks. And so what this means is, as a physical business, you have to always keep your Google business page and info up to date. Keep your hours up to date for any holidays. If you move locations, add a location, put those into Google Business because, especially for local, we really rely on Google info. I mean, I do. Think about your own behavior, right? And another thing is when people search for a product, 14% of the time they clicked on Google Shopping. So that's, an okay percentage. But what was really interesting is this is 3.3 times greater than the people who actually clicked on an Amazon listing. I remember a time when I would always click on the Amazon listing, but then I learned over time that Amazon would list at the top, even though they didn't even have the product that I was looking for because they're just trying to take the traffic. So, if you have an e-com business, make sure to connect with Google Shopping and put all your products on there because that's how people are consuming nowadays. Okay. All right. Now that we've gotten why some of the changes, why ranking is harder than ever, how people are using Google and, search engines nowadays, we are going to move into the how to rank on YouTube, how to rank on Google, how to rank on all search engines at once with a good YouTube video. I mean, honestly, you guys, this is the biggest cheat code in marketing because there is so much less competition for businesses and brands and just people trying to rank with video than with blogs, text, and all that jazz. So if you take anything away at all, is make more video and then follow the steps I'm about to show you. Do not skip a single one, and that's how you get your video onto Google and all other search engines. Actually, I am so sorry. I needed to share one more thing. I'm going to quickly go over how to rank in the AI overview, because that's something that I said I would do earlier. And I realized I completely skipped over that part and forgot to cover it. Yeah, I just got so excited, you guys. Okay, let me show you a few things before we get into the good. Okay, I actually made an entire video about how to rank in SGE, and which is what they used to call the AI overview. You know, those links that I showed you a little bit ago. So let me just show that to you again so everyone can refresh their memory. Okay, so what I'm talking about is how do you rank in one of these links right here, right? Because this is a massive opportunity. There was a study done, and that they found that 94% of the time, the links that are shown in the AI overview are different than the organic results. So if you are a small website that's had trouble ranking, follow the steps I'm about to talk about. Okay. So I highly recommend watching my full video, but in a nutshell, if you recall, SEO is, based on this concept of, creating content that is relevant, that shows off your experience, that's trustworthy, and that shows off your authoritativeness. And in SEO land, we call that EEAT, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And it's, how we think Google is ranking your content, right? And actually, about a month ago, there was a leak of Google's algorithm, and I wanted to show you some of the new things that we saw from this. So one thing was freshness. So relevancy of content is really important. Something that is super outdated is going to be less relevant than something that is fresh, right? And so Google's entire algorithm does definitely prioritize something that is fresher. And then links to newer pages are better. Trust is always really, really important, like I discussed. Length now has become more and more important. And then thinking about, ranking on the different terms. So keywords are still important. And then there's also this short content score that they found from the leak. Longer content is not necessarily better than shorter content that is more relevant. Google likes conciseness now. And that also indicate, and then there's another piece that they found, which is this title match score that they supposedly leaked from Google's algorithm. So whenever you're creating your content, the title of your page really does matter. Okay, so I don't want to take too much time on this. I'll link this article also in the description of this live stream so that you can have it for later. Okay. Because, Google's algorithm is always changing. But so overall, that's what we know, right? Google has never really been upfront about hey, here's exactly how to rank, because they don't want us to game it. But for the AI overviews, there's been several studies, and this is what they have found. So first things first, if you want to rank in the AI overview, use longer tail keywords. So instead of just podcast, make sure that your blog is titled How to Grow a Podcast for Beginners, right? Because that, if you look at the trends of when AI overviews show up, they're usually for more longer tail searches, just like the one that I showed you earlier. So if you make your content that focus on these longer tail searches, you're going to show up a lot more. And then the next thing is, when you are creating your content, remember that, especially with AI, something that Google really cares about is how trustworthy your content is. And so they're looking at the types of links and the types of quotes and where you're really getting your information from. So if you are So something that can really help is if you cite very credible sources. And, this isn't just like backlinking a few random links. This is linking trusted sources that have a lot of search volume and that, really confirms to Google that your information is correct. And then another thing that they found is, with especially with ranking in AI, having the types of terms that you're ranking for really need to be based on how people are already searching. And in my GEO part 2 video that's on our channel, I show you a way how to research and find exactly how people are searching these questions just based on Google alone. And hot tip, if you haven't used Google's Gemini yet, you can ask Gemini, exactly how people are searching, and because it's Google, it'll actually tell you. So that's another way how you can get into the AI overview is by actually, you titling and adding in the data, adding in the keywords, and titling your blog based on how people are actually searching, because that's how Google knows if your content really matches up with the query, and then it serves it in the AI. But go to my GEO video. I go much deeper on how to rank. Okay, now without further ado, we're going to talk about how to rank your videos, okay? And I'm going to share my screen a lot because I'm going to show you the tools. I'm going to do live research with you and really show you how this works. And something really cool happened right before the call is to prove to you that creating videos works. Is I got a LinkedIn message from someone, and I'm so happy, saying that they've been watching my videos and really, digging into video marketing, and that they want to chat. So, if you also want to chat and work with our team on, creating consistent videos that rank across all search engines and get leads and sales, because that was proof that it works, reach out to me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn too. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So today we're going to use an example that I used earlier, which is how to grow your podcast. So one of our clients is a podcast SaaS platform. They're called a Podcastle AI, and we've been making a ton of videos on how to grow your podcast. And so I'm going to start from the very first step on exactly how I would upload the video. I've got a test video that we're going to upload together because most people don't know this, but the way to rank your video on Google and all other search engines, the most important step is actually in the research, the prep, and then the literal upload step, as in you're clicking upload into YouTube. It's all those steps that, I don't know, I feel that are really overlooked. So let's start with the research and, the actual very first step. So in your research, what you're trying to do, and the entire goal, is to make sure that you pull in all the information. You have your packaging, your title, your thumbnails, your tags, and everything all ready so that when you upload your video, Google, aka YouTube, knows exactly what your video is about. And the reason that's so important is because if Google doesn't know what your video is about, they're not going to know who to show your video to. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's first start with, YouTube SEO, because essentially YouTube SEO, Google SEO, they're based on keywords, search terms, and things like that. And so they're actually pretty shared. So when I talk about YouTube SEO, I'm also talking about the video version of Google SEO and ranking. So at GROUPHUGS, we work on both at the same time. And I'm going to first start showing you the keyword research tools that we use to actually find these. Okay, so let me share my screen again. Oh yeah, I did want to show you, one of our clients that, you can definitely see, we are ranking, we got almost 20,000 views on Google. Okay, on YouTube, whoops, one moment, let me pull open our tool, and we're going to start from scratch. Hope you're excited. So if you're following along on any of the platforms like Instagram, I think this video is going to go away, but if you are following along on LinkedIn or YouTube, this video will be posted later, and then you can just watch it afterwards. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to click into the Grow with Group Hugs channel. All right. The two tools, there's a ton of SEO tools, first of all. But my favorite tools, I've got 3. But today we're really going to talk about 2. The first one is vidIQ. And then the second one is TubeBuddy. And then the third one is actually a new one that I covered in one of my past live streams. It's ViewStats. It's actually Mr. Beast's YouTube tool. And let's see. Oh, it's making me log in. You know, like sometimes you log into YouTube and then it makes you re-log into some of your tools. That's kind of happening. I should have prepped this before. Sorry, y'all. Un momento. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm ready to show now. All right, do you see what I'm looking at? Great. All right. So now we're on the YouTube channel and I'm going to show you how I use and how our team uses the keyword inspector in vidIQ. So when we first start, right, there's, you know, we want to see if our video idea is good and like around this, and if the search volume is good and what key terms have the most search volume on YouTube. And there are several tools that are not YouTube based. Like we also use tools like SEMrush, Answer the Public, and Keywords Everywhere to really look at the volume on Google. But let's focus on YouTube today. So let's say we want to grow a podcast, right? So let's see. I'm going to start with the most broad, and then the tool will actually take you in further and further. So podcast, okay, too broad, right? Let's see. Start a podcast. Oop, I spelled that wrong. All right. Start a podcast. So this is specifically showing the volume on YouTube. Oh, by the way, in the description, there's links to download and use vidIQ and TubeBuddy. Okay. So although this first one didn't have a lot of search volume, it's got medium competition. Look at this one. How to start a podcast has a ton more search volume. And this is monthly, by the way. So 27,000 monthly search volume on how to start a podcast. And then the competition is medium. How to start a podcast for beginners, also 8,000. Starting a podcast, 7,000. Ooh, low competition for that keyword. So you see how once you type in one thing, vidIQ is going to show you a lot of other related key terms and then the search volume. So basically, when you're putting together your list of keywords for a said topic, you want the highest search volume, balancing that out with competition. If you're a new channel, finding something that has really high search volume and then really high competition, it's just going to be pretty nearly impossible for you to rank and for you to show up. So it's much better to find a good search volume with low, very low, or to medium competition so that you can actually show up. So I'm actually going to put this list together right now. I'm going to go ahead and select, the keywords that I'm interested in. Starting a podcast. Let's see, how to make a podcast, how to record. I'm going to focus on the ones that have like thousands of search volume instead of just under 1,000. Although I like this one because it's low. And this is a good example of a long tail keyword that we talked about earlier, right? Because long tail keywords always generally have a lot less competition. So no matter what, you're going to rank higher. And there are people that search those longer tail keywords. And it's becoming more and more common too. So podcast equipment, that's also a good one. I like the iPhone one too, actually. You see how, Pat Flynn, that's just a podcaster. Podcast setup, that's also a really good one with high search volume. Beginner's guide. Okay, I'm just going to copy these to my clipboard, and then I'm going to use them a little bit later. Okay, so I've got my list of some keywords. So this is how, honestly, this one's really good too. I love that one. Okay, I just really, really, really love vidIQ. It's one of the very first YouTube tools that I've ever used. Okay, so once you copy everything, oh, actually, look, there's so many other ones. Let me just do a few more and then I'll copy this over. Okay, copy clipboard. Great. And again, we will be using these again. Okay. After you find your keywords, then I actually go into Google and then, see what shows up in the auto-generated results. And then, let's see, start a podcast, right? Don't forget Google searches, y'all. It's so helpful. Okay, so now I'm looking at, some of the keywords, some of the blogs that are showing up. And then also I looked up podcast setup, right? Podcast setup. And let's just see, what's popping up. So we have some we got some videos up in here from Think Media. Love Think Media. Okay, so see how a lot of videos are showing up, right at the top of Google. Okay, awesome. And so what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be copying over, some of these title ideas. And so when you're doing your research, you should be recording all of this in a spreadsheet. Okay, so now that I've done some research, since I'm doing kind of an abbreviated version today, we're going to now move on to the actual uploading step. But quickly, I'm going to turn off my screen share and just talk about packaging. I am going to have a future video diving really deep into the exact keyword research process. I showed an abbreviated version today, and also packaging. So if you're not familiar with the word packaging, here's what it means. It's commonly used with YouTube. So your YouTube package is your thumbnail, your title, and your description. And at GROUPHUGS, we also believe that packaging is your tags. And you want to create all of that before you even create your video so that you basically can match up the content of your video to the angle of your packaging that you've already set based on research. Okay, so now that we have all of our, let's say we've already done our packaging, we have our thumbnail, we have our title because we did some YouTube title research, right? Now you have edited your video, it's time to upload. I said in the beginning of this stream, that one of the most important steps to getting ranked on Google is the upload step. So I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to upload a fake video and show you exactly how to do this. So you guys, do not click upload your video. Oh, okay, it's trying, okay, whatever. What I'm saying is, do not upload your video right when you finish editing it. There's a lot that you need to do to your video before it's actually ready. I actually made a video, and that's publishing this Friday, I believe, with the biggest upload mistakes. And I go over everything I'm going to cover today in a ton more detail, but I really want you to know this. So, okay. Test the video. So I've got a test video over here. Before you ever upload, you guys, please click on the actual info of the video. So I know I'm doing this on Mac, but there is you can do this on PC. My team members do it. You click on get info, and you have to change the actual information in the video. And it starts with the title. So for example, right, we just set up all of our tags, and that we, from our research. So the first step that I always do is, because I already have all my tags, I'm going to paste in all of my tags into here so that the file and the metadata of the video has all of the information on what this video is about. So why this is important is Google specifically, and also YouTube, but to rank on Google, it's looking at your metadata. So it's just like blogs. You know how there's like a metadata in all of your blogs? This is the exact same thing for video. Okay, so once you paste in your tags, in your comment section, I paste in the description. So since I did not write in a fake description, I'm actually just going to paste in the description that I wrote for this video that is streaming right now. So, this is a sample, right? This is the video that is on the description for this video on YouTube. You paste that in. And then before you move on, you have to rename the file in the form of your metadata title. So your title that you name your file has to be the most commonly searched term that people are actually typing into Google. So going off with our example, this video is about how to start a podcast, right? So we're going to talk about podcast setup. We're going to talk about, maybe the platforms that we're going to use. So what is the most common term that people search? Well, we can ask Gemini, right? We can use our other Google tools to learn how the most commonly searched term. vidIQ, for example, but let's just say we know, based on all of our research, we know that the most commonly searched term is how to start a podcast. Whoops. Oh, wait, hold on. I realized I didn't show you. I needed to zoom in down here. Okay, sorry. The comment section is down here. And then here I am renaming the video now. Okay, so you want to rename your video, the most commonly searched. So how to start a podcast for beginners. So whatever the most commonly searched long tail keyword is, you're going to rename it that. And then you get a ton of characters for your title. So let's say we also want to put in best podcast setup, because that's also something that people are searching for beginners. So now inside your actual file name, you have the data that Google needs for Google to know that this is what your video is about. If they're confused, they're not going to put you on the front page. And then I know that the comment section has not the right podcasting language, but let's just say that this is the description of the video, right? Okay, so now once you've updated your info, all your metadata, you are ready to upload the video. Okay, so now you can click X. My video now has updated, and now I'm going to upload it. Okay. Give me one moment. Oh, that's super zoomed in for some reason. Let me make my screen a little smaller. There we go. So we just renamed this video let me just find it again. How to start a podcast. Okay, so now I'm uploading the video. Okay, so this is where we can talk about this later, but we always set a little template for our description. And we're going to go over all of this very briefly today, and then we will wrap up the live stream. So thank you everyone for staying on if you were on this whole time. Okay, so starting with our title. Your metadata title is not the title of your actual video. So remember, you're going to set up all of your packaging. You're going to know exactly what your video title is going to be before you even upload, before you even film. So now we know, let's say in our research, right, we found out that how to start a podcast for beginners is the most commonly searched term. We're going to now, modify it to be a title. And then let's say plus. Ooh. And then podcast setup, right? So now, because this is a video for beginners and we're talking about podcast setup, I'm titling it something that is grabby and that people want to click on. Okay, and you see over here, file name. You see how that is up there? You can change your regular title as many times as you want, but you can never change your file name again. Oh, I just realized you guys can't see my file name. There we go. You see the file name right here? You can never change that, but you can change this as many times as you want. Okay. I don't know why this is so weird. Okay. All right, moving down. It is very helpful to add chapters to your videos. So I'm actually probably just going to show you an existing video that we've made with our chapters all done. I do have a whole video coming out about chapters because chapters are also search optimized. Because, think about this. Have you ever Googled something and then it pulled open a video to an exact spot in a video? I'm going to probably show you an example right now because I just got a new webcam video, or new webcam. And not webcam, a new camera, a Sony camera. And then every time I've been looking up setup things, it takes me right into the middle. So even in this video that we did earlier, see how these chapters show up on Google? Well, sometimes people take you directly into the middle of a chapter. So let me just type in Sony, just to prove this, EV Z10 streaming setup. I actually didn't finish setting it up yesterday. Yeah, so this one, it's really good at, sending you right into the middle. And I can't remember what I was Googling yesterday, but it sent me directly to the part of the video that I needed. Okay, so that's why chapters are so, so, so important. And we will talk about that a little bit later. Okay, going back to our video and things that we need to do to optimize. So you see this tag section. Ooh, let me scroll down. Let me make sure you guys can see it. It allows you to put them to 500 characters. And you guys, I have no idea why Google says this, but they always say tags can be useful if the content in your video is commonly misspelled. Otherwise, tags play a minimal role in helping viewers find your video. Listen to me right now. I have no idea why Google says this and why YouTube says this, because we have tested this, and tags absolutely plays an important role in helping your viewers find your video. So just ignore that, okay? So now, those tags that I pasted in earlier, which I've got so many things happening right here. Let's see, let me go find those podcasting tags. Where are they? Because we already did our research, we're just gonna paste these right in. Oh my gosh, look at that, right under 500. And if you use the tools, keywords everywhere or TubeBuddy, you can actually, use the tools to add in some more. Okay, one hot tip, I want to show you something real quick. In your, this is actually based on researching your keywords. So something I forgot to tell you, there's just so much to share, is when you're doing your research, hold on, let me just decrease the size of this. Oh man, it's election season again. So get ready for election YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna search how to start a podcast, right? Okay, so in your research, something that is really cool about, let's see. Aha! Oh my gosh, y'all. I will not pretend to be an expert streamer, but I'm excited to show you what I'm discovering here. Okay, now you can see more of this part of the page. So because I have my vidIQ tools and TubeBuddy tools linked on this channel, when you're looking up top videos and doing your research, on YouTube, you can actually see the exact tags that they used to rank. And so this is also another hot tip, is if you don't know, where to begin with tags, go look up, get vidIQ, there's a link below, and then go look up your top videos. And you can literally copy some of their keywords that they're using. Because if they're ranking on Google, remember this video, this Think Media video was also on Google, so they're clearly doing something right. And that's why, their title is so good, and that's why our title looks very similar, right? Oh my gosh, also this video is sponsored by Podcast AI, which is our client. What a small world. Seriously, I did not even plan on this. So how to create a podcast for beginners in 2024. Notice how it starts with how to. So titles are very, very important, and how to videos are one of the most popular and evergreen videos on YouTube, and we will talk about that in a future video. So please subscribe if you haven't yet, and go to our YouTube channel if you're not subscribed on there. Okay, back to upload. So once you get all your tags in, you're actually pretty much set. Because our video is how to, always click how to style. If you end up putting entertainment, comedy, or anything else, YouTube is not really gonna know what your video is about. So after you've done all of this, you put in your description, good title, you've renamed everything, put in your video chapters, then you are ready to upload your video and click next. Okay, All right, let's see if I missed anything. I know that was a lot today, and I just showed you the exact steps on how to upload your video and title your video and to research your video and the tags for your video so that Google knows what your video is about. Really, the next step is to, keep consistent. Growing on YouTube really only comprises of 3 things. Hard work, because YouTube videos are hard and it does take time. Number 2, consistency. And then number 3, testing. So we do have a video coming out soon on how to A/B test with all the different tools. YouTube just actually is testing their A/B testing tool. So we're going to show you how that works as well. Thank you everyone for joining live today. I hope you learned something new. And we are live streaming every single Wednesday at around 11:30 to 12 Eastern time. So you can have lunch with me, you can have some coffee with me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. If you want to grow with Group Hugs, there's a link in the description to book a call with me. And with that,